Fantastic. So today I probably will not be telling you my story, because today you're going to hear another very, very, I would say, incredible and amazing story. But before that, before we embark on the call, I'm going to share the screen, and I want to share something that to me is incredibly important and also very, very positive. I don't know, guys, whether you've heard that LifeVantage, our Vitality Pack, was just awarded the Bronze Stevie Award medal. And I didn't know about Stevie Awards before. However, I went and looked it up, and that's what I found, that basically I call Stevie Awards as business Oscars. So it is the most coveted business prize. So for us, this year, there were over 3,900 nominations, 74 nations. The importance and significance of these awards is that it is not only dedicated to network marketing companies, it is dedicated to all business companies and all business ventures. So we were awarded, and we were presented in the category of Best New Product of Service a Year, Health and Pharmaceuticals. Guys, we are number 3 comparing to pharmaceuticals. Really, I'm a medical doctor. Do you really feel the significance of that event and what we teach and what we promote and what we're talking about, the Vitality Stack? You know, my validation as a doctor was absolutely tremendous. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, and, you know, sort of jumping right ahead. So tomorrow we'll be doing some science seminars based specifically on Vitality Stack. So today, our talk is about accountability. Accountability, vision, plan, action, and success. And we start with our amazing story. I'm going to stop sharing screen for a second, and I will get back to it later. I'm so honored that my co-presenter today are Anna and Loren Merrill. They are Pro 4 with LifeVantage. They are leaders on my team. I'm extremely blessed to have them on my team for the last couple of years. I do not want to tell you Anna's story without Anna. I'm just telling you one thing. They are my inspiration. I love their children so dearly, and their children are my inspiration as well. Anna, can you please unmute yourself, and it's all yours for 10 minutes.
All right. Well, my husband's on too, so good evening, everybody. We have to separate ways today. I have appointments for my kids and procedures at Phoenix Children's Hospital tomorrow, so I just headed down the mountain. So I just barely got here, and I'm ready to jump on and work with everyone. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for inviting me. So our story, and part of my story, is lots of doctor's appointments, therapies, procedures, and my little guy's right here. We're actually at the Ronald McDonald House tonight by Phoenix Children's. So I have 6 children, and 3 of them have a rare neurodegenerative disease, which causes cerebral palsy, ataxia, and several different things going on with their bodies. So we found our quick story, I like to share it, is when I was a little girl, my mom had to make the choice between, for some reason, my muscles and my bones weren't growing together correctly. So the doctors put me in these Forrest Gump braces, which are actually pretty horrible, and they were very painful. So from about the age of 2 years old, I had arthritis. But my other option was not walking by the time I was full grown. So my mother took the choice to put me in these braces, which I'm very grateful because I do walk. But I've only known pain my whole life with all my joints. When your bones and muscles and joints are stretched apart from the very beginning of growing, it causes lots of pains and lots of problems. So I've been on lots of medications, cortisone shots every 3 months. That was in my early 20s that started happening, and now I'm going to be 40 soon. So, 15 plus years of doing prescription drugs and cortisone shots, knowing that it wasn't healthy for me, but knowing I wanted to be the best mom I could and be able to lift my children who had cerebral palsy, because I'm lifting them at 80 pounds and things, not little babies anymore. So I don't know that I was necessarily looking for anything, because I was just, going through life with therapies and doctor's appointments and surgeries for my kids and wheelchairs and crutches and, just making life happen. We were on twice a day, we had the basket come out with lots of medications in it to keep my children alive and to keep me functioning. And it was in about 4 years ago now, we were in California, and we happened to get to see this ABC investigative report. And I don't remember much about it, except that my husband said, if it's going to help your arthritis, let's have you start taking it. Because I was young with severe arthritis and lots of prescriptions, and that's not how it should be. So now I started taking it. It was in May, about 4 years ago. And, right away I didn't see a difference, because it doesn't happen in 20 minutes like ibuprofen, but it takes time. It takes 3 to 6 months or so, or however long. Everyone's different. So I've heard lots of different stories on how long things take for people, but it's repairing our cells. And I have to say I was a terrible patient. My husband had to make me take it, because at that point, sometimes you get in a point in your life where you're tired of things not working. So it's kind of disappointing when something doesn't work. So I wasn't looking for something to not work again. So my husband would give it to me every single day and make me take it. And I have to say, by the time October came, from May to October, when they called me to get my cortisone shots, I was happy to not have to have an appointment. And I was able to tell them I didn't need them anymore. And it was kind of shocking to me. I feel like I slowly went into that position. And it's been 4 years in October. I haven't had a cortisone shot or prescription drugs for my pain. And to me, that's incredible. I haven't had to go to therapies. I run marathons. I'm active. I'm healthier now than I was when I was a teenager. And to me, that's huge, because it's not fun to be in pain your whole life. So, but quick, a sad little thing is, I was on this Protandim, the little yellow pill, for a whole year. And I remember taking my kids with their wheelchairs and getting MRIs and doing all their surgeries and different things. And I had a doctor who is outside of LifeVantage. He's a customer. And he asked me specifically, well, why are your kids not on Protandim? And I just looked at him like he was crazy and just said, well, they don't have arthritis. That didn't make any sense to me. And that's when I learned, I kind of felt selfish as a mother, because I had no idea. I didn't do my research. I didn't know anything about it. And he said, well, your kids have oxidative stress. And that's when I went home. He had me look on PubMed, which I thought was interesting, because he wasn't working for LifeVantage. He just knew about it. Anyway, I went and looked up oxidative stress and started to learn about it. And in cerebral palsy, just in the saliva alone, they had tested it on PubMed that it was that much higher. So I got with LifeVantage, called right away to find out what to do for kids, and talked to the medical board. And I was grateful it happened to be Dr. Sveta Silverman. So we quickly made fast friends, because I was able to trust her right away. She talked to me and helped me to know what to do with my kids, put them on, Nerf 2. Nerf 1 wasn't available at the time. She had me get them set up on Axio. And I want to say, with just in a couple of weeks, I saw drastic changes in my children. It's been 3 years that they've been on the products now. And my kids, we went to Germany this summer to live, and we rented a house and actually worked for LifeVantage over there. And we didn't take our wheelchairs. And to me, that was a huge blessing, because we take our wheelchairs everywhere. They're able to walk around with their crutches, but to go long distance, riding buses and trains, we usually have to have wheelchairs. So that was a huge blessing to us, that we realized we went on our first vacation without wheelchairs, and my kids got around really well. Anyway, that's kind of our quick story, but I was going to turn the time over to my husband, who's up in Snowflake, Arizona. He wanted to talk more about going and not quitting and working hard on LifeVantage, even through the ups and downs. It's not easy. You have downs. Working hard, never stopping, keep going. But I'd like to turn the time over to him. And so we have a pretty big why we like to stay with the company. It's helping our children. And I'll turn the time to Loren. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. So, Yes, our story started with my wife, again, 4 years ago. And that first night, like she said, I don't remember a whole lot. I remember watching the ABC, said all these words I didn't know. I just heard that I could help my wife. And so when it, did help my wife, and yes, she was a horrible patient at first. She didn't want to spend the money. She didn't want to get up her hope. But when we finally did realize what it was doing, that's when we started to look. And then when it did what it did for our kids, that's when we started looking more at the business, looking more of, okay, what is this? And they keep saying that it's a great business opportunity. Well, my wife and I were both school teachers. We actually graduated from Arizona State University at the same time. I'm just starting my 17th year teaching high school up here in Snowflake, Arizona. My wife taught 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, and then she ran a preschool in our home for many years. Because as teachers, you have to make ends meet. It's not always that easy. And we've always done lots of different things to make sure we have enough money at the end of the month to do the things that we need to do. My wife ran a spice business. We've bought and sold trailers. We've done construction. We actually built our own home up here. And when I heard that my wife was interested in looking at the business, she actually called me at school. Well, actually, she texted, and I had just, taught 8 or 7 hours of school. I was in a teacher training all for a couple hours after school. And my wife texted and said, "Get home quick because we're going to a meeting tonight." And that was the last thing in the world that I wanted to do, was go to a meeting. But the influence of a wife, I ended up going to the meeting. We were a few minutes late because by the time we got our kids situated, drove across town, and getting somebody to a meeting is key, because when I got to that meeting, something spoke to me. I had no intentions of doing the business before that meeting. But hearing some different people's stories, actually ran into some people that I knew from high school, some childhood friends who were involved with the company. And one of them was connected to a man that I greatly respected. And it all just started connecting the dots for me. And that was a little over 3 years ago that we decided we were going to, it was all about timing also. Our friends, after we started on the product, they'd been hounding us for a year, trying to get us to join the business. But finally, the timing was right about 3 years ago. And we saw the vision of, what this is and can be in our lives. And, we've joined, we've worked hard, we've had some good results at times. We are sitting at Pro 4, and it's been a little over 3 years. And, many people give up. We've already seen many of the people that we started working with stop and give up. But we know that, success doesn't happen overnight. If you think of some of the greatest people in history, think of Abraham Lincoln. What would have happened had he quit politics, because he never even won an election until he became president? What if he had quit the first several times that he tried? You think of, most of you out there have heard of a guy named John Wooden. It took John Wooden almost 17 years before he won his first championship. What if he had quit before then because he wasn't the best yet? And so my wife and I were dedicated to doing everything that it takes to continue to grow and find those people who want to do it with us. We found lots of people, but none of them have been the ones yet. Just to kind of tie into what my wife said, at home, there's lots of distractions. And so this last summer, we decided to go to Germany. We just got back last week, and to go over there and just connect with people, make friends, share the business. And we have a long list of people and friends over in Germany now. And we have some interested in the business, some interested in the products. But it's just part of that long-term commitment that you have to have if you want to have success at anything. I also just want to thank Dr. Silverman. She's been right there with us through this whole thing. She has become like grandma to my kids, and definitely a great mentor for us. We're very thankful for her. And
Thank you,
for my wife also.
Anna. I love you guys so dearly. You're part of my life. You're part of my family. Guys, that's what LifeVantage does to you.
Love you too, Sveta.
I love you dearly. Okay, guys. Thank you, guys. I'm going to share the screen on my part of an accountability call. So, and the thing is, you know, you need to understand what the accountability, what on Loren and Anna, what they did. They saved money to go to Germany, to basically an unknown, spend 2 months every day working, duplicating, working the system. And it doesn't matter that at that time there was not an account manager in Germany. At that time, we could not figure out their banking system, but there was no in their vocabulary. Every day, and the kids were walking with them. The little Harrison that you saw right now, he wasn't walking before precandum. He's running now. So, accountability, if I can only move my slides. So I actually think that accountability is everything about this business and everything in your life. Accountability is the glue that ties commitment to results. You just heard about commitment. Merrills have the commitment, the results to follow. It is just the equation. Now, accountability, as you see here, personal, I divide accountability into 3 different parts. A, it's my accountability to me as my accountability to Sveta Silverman. My personal. B is my accountability as a team leader. As a team leader, I have an obligation. I'm accountable to be a working team leader and run by example. If I do not invite and follow up and do the presentation, what do I expect from my team? And then the third part of accountability is in this business, I need an accountability partner to run to the success. And I absolutely do have an accountability partner. And it's a tough thing because you've got to be accountable day after day after day. I know probably by now you already read this slide and probably wrote something down on it. So this is now talking about me and my accountability partner. And guys, please mute yourself. Please mute yourself, whoever is not muted.
No.
So, so between me and my accountability partner, surprisingly enough, my accountability partner, her name is Valerie Phillip Boyd. She's Pro 1 in LifeVantage, but she and myself, we're running so hard, and we created a plan of action. And every day we connect, as you see in this puzzle. That is basically us every day. And we follow that loop. So, what is the part of my accountability, mine and Valerie's accountability? Every day we have a power hour. And it is very hard for the doctor with a full-blown practice, probably more than full practice. I probably have 1.5 time practice to find a power hour. It doesn't have excuses. If I don't have my power hour, then I will do 2 hours some other day. But per week, I have to be accountable for the power hour. Now, we do have a plan of action. We created our own plan of action, and it is 5, 5, and 5. So we work on 5 invites, 5 follow-ups, and 3 Facebook posts. You know, in my situation, it's probably a little bit different because Val is a newbie, so she's got an awesome database. But in my case, I probably do more follow-ups than invites. I also probably do more than 3 Facebook posts. I find it, and this is per se my accountability. So as Valerie, you know, I did not make a slide, but this is a spreadsheet that Valerie created with our daily activity, which includes the name of the person, the phone number, how did I approach, why did I approach this person, whether there was ABC shown, how many touches this person have, and when was the follow-up date. And, you know, I keep this keeps me accountable, and I'm sure that it keeps my accountability partner accountable as well. As you see, we stay connected. Every day there is basically an accountability, a touch calls amongst us. And it's very important to follow through, as you know. Sorry, there is a misspelling. Sorry, create a system of follow-up activity, and I already showed you the spreadsheet. Now, as we go, and I work on it very hard, and I'm sort of lacking on it, as you need to set up your daily, weekly, and monthly goals. And from those daily, weekly, and monthly goals, you can follow on your accountability routine. Now, obviously, with LifeVantage, you know that we are set up with duplication system. We set up with blueprint, you know, following the blueprint, and the blueprint will teach us the duplication system. So this is basically what I do. With you know, with that accountability, both of us actually embarked on everyday personal training, one way or the other, and we share this. So this is from one of my webinars that I attended by Simon Chang. He is the president of MLM Nation. And that's what, that was one of his slides upon his presentation. When, you know, I'm sure you know what DMO stands for, daily mode of operation, or sometimes it's DMA, daily mode of activity. And that's what Simon sort of, you know, he teaches this system. And it's pretty similar for what we do: 3 posts, 5 new contacts, 5 new invites, 5 follow-ups, and multiple presentations. So this basically, in a nutshell, what I want to share with you guys. So today is a very interesting Zoom presentation by me, that today I'm not talking science to you. I'm not talking NRF2 activation, NRF1 activation, and so on and so forth. Because today I am in a businesswoman mode. And you need to understand that it doesn't matter whether you're a doctor, whether you are a clerk, whether you are a housewife, whether you are a teacher, we all follow the same system of duplication, and we also follow the same system of accountability. We have, I think I am finishing a little bit earlier. If you guys have any questions, please write them in the chat if you have, and I will be able to answer these questions. With accountability system, and with the one of the part of it, you know, when we go from one event to the other, so one event builds to the other event. So for example, from the Zoom presentation today, I will be inviting on via my Facebook page my team to a science seminar tomorrow. Thank you, Marisa. There is no option to chat, only to raise hand. So guys, you can raise hand, and I will unmute you. So, and obviously everyone needs to, the system of duplication is attending the events. So the 18th of August, it's either Super Saturdays or LBA. So please attend, so bring the guests, and that's the pattern. So I do have, guys, I muted. You can unmute yourself and ask questions and stuff. Kurt, what would you like to ask me or something? Make a comment.
The clarifying question on the 553 with your accountability partner, is that a daily or weekly?
Daily.
Thank you.
Everything what we do is daily. Whether it's accomplished accounts to 553, but that is the goal. And please unmute yourself and ask the question.
Can you hear me now? It's Ann.
Yes, Ann. How are you?
Hi, everybody. What a fantastic turnout tonight. I am fairly new, like 2 months, and I get like 3 to 5 people saying they're going to show up for the weekly meetings, and it turns out they're not. They're literally texting within the last 15 minutes saying I'm not going to make it, even with confirmation. So any words of wisdom on that?
Absolutely. Great question. Thank you very much. Guys, every no-show you can turn into a follow-up. You know, I was just listening to Zig Ziglar, and I'm sure you know who is Zig Ziglar. So Zig Ziglar is talking about 16 times follow-up. So whoever, and as you know, network marketing is a numbers game. So you invite 10, 1 show up. And this is totally normal. Never, ever be discouraged. People who don't show up, you love on them and you follow up on them. For example, oh, I'm so sorry. Not that too bad. Never turn anything negative. Everything is positive. You know, I'm so sorry you were not able to attend this fabulous presentation. Hopefully the next time you can join us. And by the way, the next time is in a week. Would you like me to send you an information? Or what else can I send you?
That's fantastic.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Guys, any other arms? I don't see any other arms. So, so from this, you know, I do have a minute. So I really would like to tell you how amazing Merrills are. And guys, never ever be discouraged. Never quit. Never give up. Because, of course, you know it's hard. It's fun, but it's hard, and it's hard when people say no to you. And you know, yes, you set up a goal to advance and rank advance, and it doesn't happen, but it will. When you persevere and you believe, when you persevere and you believe it's going to happen. You know, we were awarded the bronze medal of the most prestigious award, Vitality Stack. So, you know, spread your shoulders wide, be proud of what we have, and teach people and spread the word. So thank you very, very much for this amazing participation. I wish you great health. I wish you an amazing week. I love you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you.